we've got an incredible surprise for you. Steph is gonna show you guys how to crush an ombre using Mission Control gel paint. Tune in for this smoking design.
All right, for today's demo, I'm going to show you guys how to do a three-way ombre using Mission Control gel paints. We've done these designs on some of our TikTok videos as well as some of our short form videos and got a lot of questions. So we wanted to walk you through all of the steps today. Okay, so what I have here is a prepped acrylic nail. It's been file finished with about a 150 grit, so it's going to have no problem with the gel polish sticking. As always, I'm going to apply first my Young Nails Protein Bond so that we don't get any chipping or peeling of the gel. So just want to hit that over the surface from cuticle to free edge, go through and apply that to all 10 nails, and you're good to go. I'm going to grab my tile and a little bit of our Solar, take out some Mega Jam and the Orbit. When doing this design, I'm going to use the Young Nails Master Gel Brush. I like to make sure that the brush is completely fanned out so I'm able to pick up even amounts of product across all of the bristles. Starting out, I'm going to go ahead with one side of my brush and pick up some of that Solar. You can see how it's coated all just on that one side. In the center, I'm going to pick up Mega Jam, and then on the end of the brush, I'm going to pick up Orbit. You can see on my brush that all three colors are pretty evenly distributed. And I'm gonna have that nice Mega Jam color in the center, so it's gonna blend the two colors together. Now when I'm first applying, I'm gonna start directly down the center of the nail. And you can see I have a good amount of product of each color. I'm gonna wipe my brush off a little bit and start working that over into the side, keeping all of the Orbit on one side of the nail and getting that nice full coverage down the side. Once I feel like I'm done in that area, I'm gonna wipe my brush again and kind of start working the center where I have that Mega Jam. Between Mega Jam and Orbit, it's gonna start turning into kind of a nice purple color. That's what's really nice about working with these gel paints, is they all blend so well together. And you'll notice that in between each contact, I'm wiping my brush off on my tile. That's so I'm not picking up some of that color and transferring it to where I don't want it to be. Okay, so I'm gonna now start focusing over here where my Solar was. I'm actually gonna pick up a little bit of extra product just to kind of start blending this together. And we're doing the same thing down this side, just pulling that through. The Mega Jam and Solar are starting to blend, creating kind of a nice coral look. And again, I'm wiping my brush each time. And finally, I'm gonna take and really clean off my brush and get rid of any of that product that may have came in contact with the cuticle before putting it into the light. So on this first application, it's not completely full coverage. There is some streaks here. I'm not gonna worry about it because I am gonna go back through a second time and blend it all together. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the light for about 30 seconds. And we're gonna repeat that process the exact same way one more time. So again, I wanna make sure that I have my brush nice and flat so that I have a lot of space here to work with. I'm gonna pick up my yellow into the Mega Jam in the center, and then with my Orbit on the edge, and go ahead and just start working that in the exact same way over again. Wipe my brush, work that blue side, make sure everything's looking nice and fully covered. You can always pick up a little bit more if you're missing some. As I get towards that center, I'm gonna pick up a little bit more of my Mega Jam just to really saturate that color, make sure I have a nice smooth transition here. A little more Mega Jam just because I feel like I'm getting overwhelmed with some of that blue. There we go, starting to turn it into a nice kind of pinky purple color right here. Start working through to some of my Mega Jam and Solar. Pick up a little bit extra Solar over here just to kind of complete this. Using Mission Control is a really nice way to ombre because the colors blend so well and you can continue manipulating it while you're working. Whereas if you're working with like a polish, that's gonna dry. Some gel polishes tend to wrinkle. Mission Control just has a really great consistency, so you're able to blend it nice and smooth and keep customizing the colors that you're creating. This ombre technique works out great for just a basic design if you wanted this to be the full look, as well as it creates a really nice background for artwork. Feeling pretty happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the light for about 60 seconds. Okay, so once you have your ombre completed, you at this point can go through and add some hand painting or some stamps if you wanted to add to the design. In this case, I was just going for that multicolored ombre look. I really like where it can transition from the 3 colors to turning them into almost like 5. So I like the look of this. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and grab my manicure top coat. Make sure I have this nice and sealed from cuticle to free edge. Manicure is my personal favorite top coat because it works over everything. Hard enhancements, gel polish, anything you're working with, you don't have to think about it. And my favorite part is it cures in just 30 seconds with a super high shine. I'm gonna go ahead and get this in the lamp for a final cure of 30 seconds.
Hey guys, we hope you love our nail videos. Comment below and let us know what you want to see next. To see more, go right over here. To subscribe to our channel, head right over here.